Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, Monday, March 25th, starting the new week after the FOMC. And remember that this week is a short week. Friday is Good Friday, and markets are closed. Starting with the economic data, today we got new home sales month over month plunged a bit, minus 0.3%, and Dallas Fed manufacturing minus 14. Fed Bostic told mentioned something really interesting, is that he does not expect 3 rate cuts this year. He's more leaning towards one and only interest rate cut today. And he said that, and I mean, that's his opinion. But I think markets are not agreeing with that. The markets still think that 3 interest rate cuts are going to happen this year. And more than that, Fed Bostic also said his opinion in terms of what could bring inflation really down. And that is exactly this: home sector and labor market. Home sector, month over month today that we got this minus 0.3 and manufacturing minus 14. I think this is two of the two things that markets are liking towards what Bostic said today. Fed Cook also reiterated the fact that, inflation is going downwards and all that stuff that Fed's continue saying. But apart from that, nothing else. The 3-month, 6-month, and 2-year note action came everything more or less as expected. As you can see, nothing big, nothing crazy. And tomorrow is more of that. House pricing, also Case-Shiller. This is aligned with what Bostic said regarding that he wants to see the housing sector cooling down a bit. And until Wednesday, nothing. Until Thursday, GDP and PCE prices, and finally Friday with the core PCE and final personal income and spending. Until then, markets are trying to hold, and that's pretty damn good, because I was saying during my weekly recap on last weekend, I told you the only thing that I'm watching is this fair value gap down here and the other inverse up here. We have to decide. I don't know. We don't know. No one knows what could happen between these. But when the market moves into a direction and rejects on a technical bounce, oh, I like it. And I like it because, as you can see, I have this golden pocket. I really love the golden pocket bounces. And from this low to this high, the fifth retracement on the golden pocket happened really here. And that's also combined with the fact that we took this liquidity here and we did a big reversal right after the open. The only bad thing is that I couldn't catch that move. As you know, I usually track these imbalances. I like to trade the bounce with the bullish fair value gap into an inverse fair value gap. So bullish, inverse, pullback, and then push. And I will be going all in probably 2 or 3 contracts in this kind of setup. If we take liquidity and if we bounce from a golden pocket, that's an A+ setup for me. But I didn't get any pullback to the fair value gap. And I watched the price action just continue higher, doing this beautiful consolidation and then taking the liquidity on pre-market and all that stuff that you and I all really love. Market is not super ripping today, but from those lows, from that bounce barely towards where we are right now, it's 0.67. It's pretty decent for a no big news Monday. And after that volatility, every market was in the red today. And the first thing that really pushed the market was Nvidia. Nvidia is quite strong today, 1.38. We touched 967 today. The all-time highs is right up here at 974. And we all know that 1000 is one target for all the bullies people that is trading Nvidia. Apart from that, bad news for Google, Meta, and Apple, because as you know, the European Commission, the EU, is basically with the Digital Act suing and trying to probe all these businesses. That's why Google was pretty damn bearish at the open, -1% right now, recouping a bit. Meta -0.74, consolidating a bit. And Apple is just struggling. You know what is doing Apple, right? You know that it had -4% on Thursday. So this is why Nasdaq is trying to hold that kind of move. Gave me confidence to maybe what we are seeing in higher time frames. It's what I was expecting. So I'm not going to trade anymore today. I lost my setup, unfortunately, but I don't want to chase the market. I'm more interested in seeing where do we close today. Do we take this liquidity? Do we take this liquidity? Do we even attack this inverse fair value gap up here? That would be insane. But this candle on the 30-minute chart already gave me a lot of information. So I didn't take profit. I didn't take money from the market today, but I took information. And information sometimes is even more valuable towards the start of the week. This is Monday, short week. We have still 3 days, tomorrow, after tomorrow, and Thursday. I mean, there's a lot of data coming up, and we already had a nice move with a lot of short strap. So if we consolidate today and close towards the upside, we may see a big rip phase into the inverse fair value gap, and that is where things are going to get really interesting. Dollar, really nothing burger. The only thing that concerns me is that the 2-year yield, let's check the daily, the 2-year yield is 1% today in the green. The 10-year is also 1% in the green. Treasuries are in the red. The small caps are barely in the green, and mixed bag on the big 10 companies and mixed bag on the financials. That coupled with the fact that crude oil is pretty damn bullish today, and 1.41, I don't know, man. This is quite a mixed sentiment today. But I really liked the open today. The price action is not super clean today, but we are still doing nice things to the upside. We have liquidity up here that we may take towards the power hour. But as I was mentioning, I really liked what happened today. I couldn't take my trade down there due to not all the ticks being checked on my A+ setup. That sometimes happen. You have to control yourself, and let's see what happens. I'm really interested in seeing how we close today. There's a lot of wicks to the upside and to the downside, and those are, the action is pretty much focusing in the middle. So we have to really explode to the upside to really be quite bullish towards tomorrow. So that's my plan. I will continue looking for opportunities to the long side. Let's see how we end up today, but we got our big piece of information today in terms of price action. So let's see what happens the rest of the week. And that's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that the trading day is not over yet. We might see a Judas swing towards this liquidity to the downside, and perhaps a big rip on the face of this liquidity towards the end of the day. Who knows? But we are holding pretty decent. We are not super green, but we were so bearish during the overnight that this kind of move to the upside at least tells me that some buyers are willing to enter the market. So that might be enough for this week to see some nice price action to the upside. Remember, patience, discipline, that's all you need to be successful. But those are really difficult skills to learn. So keep working on that and stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.